Everyone, it's Joe Jacoby. We're here at the banks of the Tellico River where we went kayaking today. This is Simon. Simon, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14 years old. Now, I know how you feel now that we're done kayaking. Honestly, were you nervous today going into this?
I was nervous on a couple rapids, just diaper wiper a little bit, but that turned out to be easy. And Jared's knee was kind of hard.
When you're nervous, how do you deal with nervousness on running rapids beforehand?
I just look at the rapid, and when I'm going down the rapid, I like to sing a song to myself, like just any song that's like in my head, and it just makes me not nervous, sort of.
All right, cool. Now, today we were running some waterfalls. Now, there are a couple stages to running a waterfall. First, you have like scouting, right? You analyze the rapids. What do you look for when you're looking at a waterfall from the side of the river?
Just like shallow spots at the bottom, if there are any, or lines just to go off, like left, right.
So then, once we're actually paddling, we have kind of the lead-in to the waterfall. What's going through your mind as you're leading up towards the lip of the waterfall?
I just never want to make a mistake, because you don't want to go over a waterfall upside down or just all sideways or anything.
So that then takes you right out to the lip of the waterfall. And what is that feeling like right on the lip and just that first few feet of taking the plunge? What's that feeling like?
It's a lot bigger when you're at the top than it seems, and so it feels good when you're done, and it feels awesome when you're falling.
Well, so there is that part between the lip and then the landing. Let's talk about the landing for a second, because at the top, a lot of things can happen at the bottom, right? So what are you thinking on the landing? Because you have to be ready for a lot of things. What's going through your mind? How do you land? How do you absorb the waterfall?
It depends on how you land. If you want a pencil, I just think about coming up like upright and not turned over, or if you move, just to keep going straight and not like push back.
Because a lot of times you get to the bottom of the waterfall and there's sometimes something else to do.
Yeah.
Right? The river kind of never stops. Very cool. I gotta tell you, I was working on my kayak page of my website yesterday and talking about these things you learn, life lessons out on the river. And it's interesting, you listen to a guy like Simon talking about running waterfalls. He could be talking about running waterfalls. He could be talking about a good strategy for preparing for running a business, for dealing with the economy. It's pretty interesting, and here we were just talking about waterfalls. There's a lot to learn out there. Thanks for talking.
You're welcome.
All right, cool.